Thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, a independent woman gets reminded by a bull. Yes, yes. A independent woman gets reminded by a bull. See, in this system of supremacy, which is the most awesome mental manipulation force on the planet has ever existed. And right parallel to them is feminism supremacy, which is the next most masterful manipulation force that has ever existed. And unfortunately, there are millions of numbers of women within Americanism and the tentacles of the poisonous, parasitic, feminist supremacists, tentacleized gravitation is spreading to various parts of the planet. And there are numbers of women, the ones it applies to, that will not, cannot, does not want to listen to any male talking about anything, right? After the infrastructure of however parts of the planet, however survivability of the culture and cultures, as that already has been foundationalized, created, right? Then you have numbers of, I am independent woman, hear me roar. We don't need any kind of males anymore. Yes, yes. And this is how feminist supremacy do to numbers of women that don't even know they're being used themselves, and numbers of males, the ones that are gullible and silly, that don't know the games, that practice white savior complex situations, right? This is what feminist supremacy sound like. Yeah, yeah. They're sitting there laughing at numbers of females and numbers of males that don't know that they're being used, right? Especially those particular women of, hear me roar, I am independent. You can't tell me what to do. And this particular one in this topic got reminded that this bull ain't listening to that nonsense, right? Let me go ahead and play. Let me go ahead and play the video. Give me 1 second, hero. Give me one moment, hero. Ay, la señora. Ven a ayudar, córrele. Por atrás. Por atrás, gordo. Por atrás, güey. Cuidado, cuidado, You got personnel that do just like this. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing. Yes. And there are numbers of women that do just like that. Just like there are numbers of males. They see nothing, they know see nothing, they hear nothing, they know nothing. Right in front of the numbers of their faces. This independent woman got reminded by a bull that it does not want to hear this nonsense. Right? On that 2,000 pound, 2,500 pound bull, 3,000 pound bull, whatever it is. And she looks like she may be 150 pounds, maybe 130 pounds, maybe 160 at most. And she thought she can sit there and just do the hell she want to do to that bull. And that bull reminded her, right? Now, it's unfunny how, see, there will be numbers of women, right, that practice feminine supremacy, right, especially as minionistic followers. They'd be like, oh my goodness, why do males be sitting there trying to, tell women and stuff like what to do and trying to shame women and stuff like that? Because, it's not all women. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that silly tactic. And unfortunately, there's just not enough males that say, man, go to hell with that tactic, right? Go to hell with that tactic. There are some good numbers of women out there, right? At the same time, it's dwindling because, again, feminine supremacy and their poisonous parasitic tentacles, right? A gravitational, grandiose, of messed up mentality has messed up quite a number of women more and more and more, right? To think that they think they want to have a Wonder Woman land, right? Wonder Woman land. Oh, forget males. We can do whatever we want to do, right? There are some women that are stuck on mythology. Yes. Yes. Let me read some of these comments that I was looking at. Never approach a bull from the front, a horse from behind, or a Karen from any direction. Now, the thing about it is, give me 1 second. Now, the thing about it is, I don't use the word Karen because, again, it's like white supremacy. There are people who have diluted that word, have no clue what it means, but they think they do, but they've diluted it down, and now it's a cool word, right? So I definitely do not use that word myself because, again, it's been diluted now, right? And I refuse to sit there and do that on that. Because it's interesting that for before numbers of American blacks will utilize the word Karen, you didn't hear many people from Padam-based culture utilizing the word Karen. Did you? No, you did not. Or numbers of other cultures and backgrounds, etc. You didn't hear them talking about Karen. You didn't hear numbers of males from within certain parts of Padam-based culture utilize the word Karen. Nope. Just like anything else, right? That when they look at what numbers of American blacks are doing, how they're speaking, how they're talking, whatever it might be, and then they'll copy it, right? Those parts of it, right? But they don't want the black pain, right? So I don't use the word Karen on that situation. So it's like, what if somebody was talking about Lucretia, Letitia? Oh, there be some people won't like that, would they? Or Deontay, right? They won't like that. You can tell by how she was moving that she's such an arrogant person. Believes she's something else, like, no, that's my stuff. As if she was just going to grab it and walk away like the bull was an unsupervised child. Yes. It's the audacity, right? Of feminist supremacy and their menistic followers. You can't tell me what to do. I am woman, hear me roar. And there are numbers of males that follow down like little puppets, right? Behind whatever numbers of women do. They just, scare it, right? With very few exceptions of males. Now, numbers of males will get in the faces of other males, beat them down, murder them, whatever it is, rob them, whatever it might do. I'm going to show them. But when a woman, is in their faces, slapping them, spitting on them, kicking them, numbers of males become very docile, and feminine supremacy knows this. So, next comment. I love the guy standing off at a safe distance yelling, I told you. Yeah, she didn't want to listen, right? I ain't gonna listen to no male explaining. But if you say, what about woman explaining? Oh, you're a sexist. I'm not playing that damn game. I see through that bull. Oh, no pun intended. And there's not enough males that know the game on this. The woman yelling, "Get off her," like the bull understands. So I guess another woman was talking about, "Get off her," right? And that woman's probably like, "Toxic masculinity bull trying to control women," because they're deranged like that. Numbers of women are like that mentality, right? And it's getting worse on that. When she didn't listen to the man, he was explaining to her that she wasn't doing anyone any favors. She didn't listen. Again, she didn't want to listen to anybody on that, let alone a male trying to tell her, "Hey, you're in dangerous ground. What are you doing? That's a 2,500 pound, 2,000 pound bull. He ain't listening to your little 125, 140, 160 pound frame. He ain't listening to you." But again, numbers of women don't want to listen, especially numbers of women within the Padam based culture, the ones this applies to, right? On this one. Then that poisonous juice of feminism seeps down to other numbers of women from certain parts of other cultures, especially within American Black womanism, the one this applies to. On that, another comment. Oh, this is the first lesson this woman has learned in her entire life. Again, there are numbers of women like, "Oh my goodness, shaming of women." Again, I'd be like, "Man, go somewhere with that tactic. Go somewhere with that." See, they know again that there are numbers of males predominantly that do not know the games on that. This is why, again, this system continuously to shame males to either be like more effeminate in their thought pattern, or scared of being counseled down for what they say, while at the same time more misogynistic behavior from numbers of women, the hatred showing by numbers of women, it's acceptable, right? You see how that goes on that. The entitlement is off the charts. Yes, it is, right? That lady going to be cursing her husband all the way back to the US. Poor man. Oh my goodness. How true that is. Now, again, be it she's from the U.S. or some parts of Eastern European or Western Europeanness, however it go. But this a sense that if this is true in a comment, if she is within the U.S.nism, that's no surprise, right? Because again, the progenitors of feminine supremacy comes from certain sections of women from within the Panama-based culture, right? And this has been going on for generations, right? Very slowly, right? More and more and more numbers of women from within the predominant culture. "You can't tell me what to do," to numbers of males, and numbers of males fall in line like little puppets, right? Puppets. Again, after the foundation of the country and the buildings and the military and survivability in the buildings and et cetera, has been built. Then you got numbers of women run up in the sand. "You can't tell me know what to do now," right? And there are numbers of males that like, "Yeah, you sure right. You sure right," with very few exceptions on that. And feminism supremacy knows this. So this is why I have to say this. My observation is that the way it's going, in actuality, I only observe how um, masculinity will collectively fall within about 2 generations. I think there's no turn back for this. It's like within American Blackism, so much black pain that they only have, or within American Blackism, only have half a generation, 1 generation left. I see the same concept relating to masculinity, the way it's going. And there will only be survivabilities of true masculinity, right? Not trying to sit there and buff up and show their how tough they are and all that kind of stuff. There is no male that's the most tough of tough, because eventually the person will get older, and unfortunately there's certain males that don't understand that situation on that. But I just wanted to relay this over on that. It was an interesting topic to me. Independent woman got reminded. uh, so I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.